circumstances that I wish weren't the case. So a little about me. My name is Sam Chams. I was a friend and tutor of Kristen's at Western University. I'm now at the Lincoln Alexander Faculty of Law in Toronto, where Kristen wanted to pursue her legal education. And one of the things that I can say about Kristen is to echo what everybody said already today. She was a great human being, a great person, and a great friend. I think the biggest things that we always talk about when someone passes, we try to highlight all the great things. And with Kristen, that's something that we could spend hours and hours doing that today. But I think what speaks volumes of what kind of person Kristen was the amount of suffering that she went through, and how she did it with a smile, and how she did it with so much passion. And to talk about Kristen, for me, being her tutor, with the LSAT, I can talk about her brilliance. I've tutored many, many students, and Kristen did really well in the LSAT. She was, it hurts me to know that she did really well in the LSAT, and I don't know if anybody else knows this in the room, but she could have gotten into law school. She got the LSAT score to get into law school, and she had the brilliance to get into law school. And I think a lot of people don't understand what the LSAT is. The LSAT is an IQ test, and her IQ was brilliant, and she, way above average. And one of the things that when we talk about depression, unfortunately, these are conversations that we have to continue to have as we continue to have laws. A lot of people think that when you die from depression, that you lose to depression. You beat depression by how you live and in the manner in which you live. And Kristen showed us that every single day. Unfortunately, Kristen died very young. But what is life, right? If you live 25 years, if you live 75 years, I think it's not the amount of years that you live, it's the impact that you have. And I think that all of us in this room, all of us at Western University, and everybody at Windsor can all shed a light of how much positive that Kristen had. And one of the things that, the nickname that Kristen had for me was, Sam the best. And Kristen was wrong. It wasn't me who was the best. It was Kristen who was the best. And it's very unfortunate, but I think that the reality is, Kristen achieved a lot of the things that she dreamt of. She had a lot of the struggles that almost none of us in this room have to deal with. However, she dealt it with grace. And I think that at the end of the day, that's all you can ask. And to talk about Joanne and Leo, I would tutor Kristen 2 hours to 3 hours every single day during the summer, literally 2 or 3 hours. And the LSAT, if you tutor it for an hour or two, if you're taking the LSAT, if anybody in the room is taking it, nobody wants to do the LSAT for 1 or 2 hours a day. But Kristen was like, oh, I want to do more hours. And she was so dedicated, and she was so passionate. And she would always talk, at great lengths about, the impacts Joanne and Leo and the other family have had on her. And, Kristen lived a great life at the end. And, the silver lining is the pain is no longer there. And the silver lining is that her memory will always be there. And it's reminiscent of all these things, of her degree, of the pictures with family, but also with the memories. Unfortunately, Kristen wasn't able to become the lawyer she wanted to be. However, Kristen the lawyer didn't die. I hope to aspire to be what Kristen the lawyer wanted to be, and I will, for the entirety of my legal career, try to be the lawyer that Kristen wanted to be and embed that in my legal field. Thank you so much for this opportunity to speak. I didn't have anything written down because I wanted to speak from the heart. I really apologize that I had to meet all of you on this occasion. However, I'm thankful that I got to meet Kristen, and I'm thankful that Kristen got to have the impact that she did. Thank you so much for this. I appreciate it.